Trying to load these 2 tractors back on the trailer this morning, and I had a lot of help earlier. These things are heavy, and I can't get the deck up, so it's just kind of sitting there. I'm gonna rig up a strap, I think, right here, and crank it up, pull and crank it up, and try to get it up here. And then hopefully I can get that other one on the back. I don't know, boy, they're heavy. Whew, I've already worked hard this morning getting it this far. I drug it from right over there to right here. They are heavy. Then I got this motor that I have to take and put on there. It sucks getting old. The older you get, the smarter you got to be. Hopefully you've learned something getting that old. I got them loaded. I'm not going to say it was easy. My back's sure telling it. But I've got to get a gate and put on each side of this, plus all the other stuff that I brought with me, and get it strapped on there so I can head on down the road to the homestead. I'm taking these 2 down to the homestead. I'll work on them later. I'm gonna work on the one while we're still here and have power. We're on grid. I'm gonna take and work on the other one and get it running the way I want it, so I can use it when I get down there. Well, we made it down here. Me and Polly come on down here. Plans changed midway. I believe I'm gonna park these mowers. I'm pretty sure that once I get them off of the trailer, that's where they're gonna be. I'm gonna try to get them over here as close as I can. Then we've got to figure out a dog pen for Boo. One of our reasons for coming down here. It's hard sometimes to get the lay of the land. You're looking at things, trying to figure it out, and it's all grown up with brush, so trying to do the best you can. Property line's right over there on the 4th lot, so we're well within our property. Got to get with it. This is what you do when you don't have a truck. Kinda 4-wheel with a car. Especially if it's a Lincoln. Cowbone I hadn't seen before. Most people would never dream of doing what it is we're doing, what we're doing it with. Most folks, they believe you have to have the latest and greatest in order to get anything done. But to be honest with you, we've never had the greatest and latest. We've always had to do what we could with what we had, just like this Lincoln. It gets a lot of weird looks going down the interstate, pulling a load like we just took to the homestead. But it's paid for. I don't have to worry about a monthly car payment on it. How long it'll keep doing it is anyone's guess. But for 400 bucks, I really can't beat it. I couldn't buy a truck for that. So I use it for a truck. I use it for my off-road vehicle. I have gotten it stuck, and I've had to do some work on it. It's old. It's a 1988 model. But you're going to get ahead in life. Instead of hunting the latest and the greatest, go out and see what other people are throwing away. Go see what other people don't value as much, and then see what you can do with it. Kind of like these lawn tractors. Most people wouldn't think of using them for an off-road vehicle on a homestead. But with just a little bit of modifying and a little bit of ingenuity, you can take something like that and build something that will not only work, but work well. We're back here now with the panels that we had up there at the camper. We're going to be putting a temporary dog kennel right back there in the shade. It's not too far from the camper. You can see where the camper's at. This is where he'll spend the night though, because there's cows and coyotes and all kinds of things. So we got to make him secure at night. These are all panels that we got out of our warehouse job, where we cleaned that warehouse out. So we're going to take and set up a small kennel here for him and be in the shade. We're trying to spread things out to where it's not so conglomerated, make a mess, and we're trying to hide stuff back. The access comes in over there. You can see our white post somewhere right in there. So we brought these other lawnmowers that we brought them back here under this tree, kind of give them some shade so they don't burn up in this heat till we can get to them. We've got to set this up, and then we're going to build a little bit of fence around the camper as much as we can, just to keep the cows out, because we're bringing in lots more stuff, swamp cooler and that sort of thing. So we're going to set this kennel up. Over the years, Polly and I have lived a kind of nomadic lifestyle. We've leased properties and helped improve other people's property. And even the places that we owned for a short time never really felt permanent. Looking back at some of the projects Polly and I have undertaken, I always hoped that we could build a place for ourselves. My wife is a hard worker. She is what the Bible says a wife is to be. She is a helpmeet. She has always stood behind me and supported me through all of my crazy ideas and adventures. Now she deserves a place that no matter what, it's ours. Not to say that we're ready for the rocking chair, by no means. But no matter where life takes us, what adventures we may embark on, we have a place that is ours. It's still kind of unreal to us that we found our forever home. What it becomes is up to us. And that's the best part of this whole adventure. We are building a temporary fence around our little compound here. What we've done here, you can see that I only had 3 of these timeless H-posts on me here at the property, and we usually back in there, so I'm gonna put a gate right below that. It's just a temporary fence until we get our perimeter fence up. We got to keep the cows out of here. The cows have been in there since we've been gone. They've went through our little temporary cable fence, went through it, so we got to get some electric on it. You see that post down there is tilted out. Everywhere we turn a corner, we pitch it straight into the corner, And when we pull against it, it will keep the tension, and it won't pull it out of the ground. You don't want to set them straight like this here. This is just Schedule 40 exterior. It's exterior Schedule 40 rigid PVC. It's nothing special. It's just something I had laying around, and I tilted it out. So when I tighten this fence up, I'll pull this little section here. I'm digging the hole right over here for this one. Might have to go down a little deeper. This is a little bit longer one. I'll pitch it the other way. Probably not so much as that, but pitch it so that when I pull it tight back to that corner right there, that it pulls up on it. And generally what I do is I fill it up to about ground level with dirt. Gives it a little bit more rigidity. I'm gonna put a gap in here. We have a terra gate, bungee gate from New Zealand. It's a 3-strand. I'm gonna put it up right here. We can take it down, open the gate, and it'll be really nice to be able to back in here and unload stuff. But like I said, it's just temporary fence. What I got today was some 14 gauge red brand. It's a half mile, so we bought that today. That was about $44, made in America. Really good stuff. Used quite a bit of it. That's what we're going to be putting up on the fence, and probably get some ribbon and tie up on it so the cows don't run through it. And we're going to put about 5 strands, maybe 6. I got to get back after it. So I'm trying hard to get that. Cut off a pipe where my pipe's at to fit in this caddy so I can wheel my wire out. And I can't find my hacksaw, although I've looked. We're going to see if this 400 watt inverter will run this little grinder. We'll see. About 12, 13 amps. Or 12, 13 volts. $29.95. Good little investment. You hear that? That's what I love most about this place. Take you over here. Here's this little section of fence. You can see how these pipes are straightened up. Putting tension on it. Just a little 14 gauge wire. This is going to be a gate right here. We don't have enough wire to finish it on this trip, so we're going to keep our little temporary fence up, even though it's not really keeping the cows out. Me and Polly's going to try to get up as much fence as we can tomorrow, and then head on back to civilization. And man, I tell you what, every time I come up here and spend just a little bit of time, I love that. I love that. No noise but the wind. Yep. Until next time, we'll see you down the road.